Hi, I'm JiYun, and welcome to my podcast about the writing systems in ancient civilizations. Imagine the world without writing. No reading, no writing, no researching, and no learning. It means a world without learning. Imagine the world without any learning. What would happen if we had no links to our past? I wonder what pushed people to invent and use writing. First writings may have came when people felt they need to record what happened and share the important information with a select group of special people called scribes. They were the people who knew how to read and write. The writing is important to us in modern civilization too. Like when we're reading an article on the internet or road signs or a billboard, viewing movies, we're using the method of writing. If we didn't have writing, there'll be no book with letters in it. There'll be only the pictures. There might be some new learnings from looking at the pictures, but no message. We will never know what really happened. Just like the Indus River Valley civilization. Their disappearance continues to be a mystery. What do you think will happen to our civilization in the absence of writing? There might be no development in the whole world. In ancient civilizations, they had a job called scribe. It was a high and hard job. Their job was to record what happened. The reason why scribes were there is because the writing and reading signatures were very hard. The scribes had to memorize all the words to read and write, and in ancient Egypt, only the 3% of ancient Egypt could read hieroglyphics. Also, the scribes had to go to the special school for scribes from they were young. The scribes were helpful for the ancient people who couldn't write and read writings, but the scribes can be a curse too. Because if the scribes have wrote something wrong or some opinions that only a scribe thinks as not telling the truth, we or they don't know what the truth is. But still, the presence of the scribe is a huge gift for us because we know what happened in the past. There were many writing systems before the modern writing and language that we are using now as English. Each ancient civilization had different writing systems, and it is related with the different languages we have in the world. The ancient Mesopotamian writing system was cuneiform, and then the ancient Egyptian writing was called hieroglyphics. As the hieroglyphics was more developed than cuneiform, the writing started developing. Let's look at the most developed ancient writing first and then make our way back. The ancient Egyptians used papyrus to write. Papyrus is the kind of paper made of the plant called papyrus. All the writings were based on pictograms, but the special thing to know for hieroglyphics is directions. If the signature is looking at the left side, we need to read the hieroglyphics left, and if the signs are looking right, we need to read it from right. There are three kinds in hieroglyphics. There are phonograms, ideograms, and determinatives. Phonograms are the hieroglyphics that have made by the sound. Ideograms are the hieroglyphics made based on pictures, and the determinatives are the ones that are unknown. And all the people in ancient Egypt had some basic knowledge of hieroglyphics. Cuneiform was used in ancient Mesopotamia. They used clay tablets to write on it. The clay tablet was heavy, and after writing, they had to bake it to dry the clay tablet. Cuneiforms kept on changing and developing because they had some problems while they were using the cuneiforms. And the clay tablet that was invented in ancient Mesopotamia pushed the modern people to make an iPad that is a kind of tablet that is a gift for us. Ancient Chinese writing started in the Chung dynasty. There was a type of writing called the oracle bones, and it is what you write something on animals' bones as turtle. In ancient Indus, the archaeologists have found lots of seals that are from ancient India, and there was lots of seals with a picture of unicorn, and the archaeologist thinks that it might used as talismans. But still, we didn't find which language they used, but we are sure that they had a language as other ancient civilizations. I think the ancient writings are a huge gift to us because they make us share our opinion and thinkings in a different ways as writing a book. We can also know more by researching and reading. But if there was no writing, it will be boring because we don't have anything to do without writing. Sometimes the invention of writing can be a curse when someone makes some people feel bad by the article. Some writers have the power to change history. They might make a good king look bad by the book that the writer wrote. It can be a very bad curse when you cause problems as copying. In the modern world, today people face serious issues with plagiarism when they copy or steal someone else's work. But if there is no writing, it is worse than having problems with writing. In modern writing as now, the writing is totally different from the ancient writing. We are texting to communicate each other. But while we are using text, there are some problems going on, as making the words or expressions as you to you and great to great. This is not a good way to use our language properly. We need to work about using our language in a proper way. We need to take care of our languages and writings that we have, and the writings is a huge gift for us. If we didn't have writing, we will not learn, read, write, and there will be nothing that we know. Then there is going to be nothing that we can do. That is why we need to use our language properly and take care of them.